Hello, this is Father Ben Tapia, and we welcome you to our podcast. We apologize that we couldn't record at the same time. As we get closer to Holy Week, my life as a priest, and also um, I know the responsibilities of my co-host are getting busier, so it's getting harder to coincidir para grabar. But here we are. I still want to deliver the message of the Lord this week, especially this weekend with these beautiful readings as we keep walking towards the end of our journey during this Lenten season. We are already on the fifth Sunday of this season of Lent. And, it's beautiful how every week has been a different message. First week, we enter into the desert. Second week, we climb the mountain for the transfiguration. The third week, it was the symbol of water. We were thirsty because we're walking all this journey. Then last week, it was the symbol of light, how Christ comes to give us a sight not only to the blind man, but how he's the light in our life, that baptismal light that was given to us. And to transition in today's message, the last week it was the message of light, but today it is the message of the word is resurrection. The resurrection of Lazarus, and the anticipation of at the end of the day of the fulfillment of the Paschal Mystery. The Paschal Mystery is the passion, death, and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Which is what we're going to be facing during the Holy Triduum at the end of this season of Lent. And but that is today, to see the image of God the Father, to see the image of God the Father in His love and mercy to give us salvation through His Son, and through the resurrection of His only Son. That it is an anticipation of the fulfillment of that beautiful esta hermosa alianza de amor que el Padre tiene con nosotros de regalarnos a su Hijo, de sacrificar, que sea the ultimate sacrifice for our salvation, pero que se culmina con su gloriosa resurrección, ¿no? Y también algo muy interesante, ¿no? Escuchaba siempre me gusta escuchar en qué se enfocan otros hermanos sacerdotes al predicar. Escuchaba un hermano sacerdote, no me acuerdo quién. Leo varios padres y a veces escucho también varios padres. No sé que lo estaba escuchando, no me acuerdo si lo escuché o lo leí. Son varios padres que escucho cuando preparo mis homilías, y escuchaba un padre que hablaba también sobre la humanidad de Cristo, ¿no? The humanity of our Lord Jesus Christ. In order to be able to try to understand His divinity, we have to embrace our humanity, and how Jesus in this gospel also shows His human emotions. He was suffering. Estaba pasando el duelo de haber perdido a uno de sus mejores amigos, ¿no? And it is important for us also to be able to embrace whatever circumstances in life are thrown at us, or we are going through, to be able to embrace them, to always trusting in the Lord. At the end of the day, He's the one that has the final answer. At the end of the day, He's the one that will transform our lives and shape us according to His divine will. But I love that all the reflection of this priest that I was listening to, he was to be able to embrace our humanity. Also the spiritual journey that we're doing together. Yes, is to recognize the glory of the divinity. The resurrection. Only God can bring everything back to life. And and we see that not only through our Lord Jesus Christ, but through the example of Lazarus today. And also for us in our lives, He's the only one that has the power to transform our lives. But in order to do that, we need to be able to. Tenemos que conocernos, tenemos que reconocer y abrazar nuestras limitaciones y también honrar, ¿no? Al final de cuentas, nuestro cuerpo, este cuerpo humano y esta realidad humana que Dios nos ha regalado es parte de la resurrección, ¿no? El cómo la palabra, algo muy importante, ¿no? También algo que me gustó mucho, que estaba escuchando, leí cuando estaba preparando esta reflexión, es la importancia, el poder de la palabra, ¿no? La palabra tiene poder. Y el simple hecho de Jesús ordenar, levántate o sal, Es todo. La palabra tiene tal poder que la palabra crea, ¿no? La palabra estaba desde el inicio y la palabra es responsable de nuestra creación, pero también de nuestra resurrección. Así que el día de hoy hay muchísimas cosas que celebrar. Ya estamos casi al final de esta jornada. Si Dios quiere, el próximo domingo, ya es Domingo de Ramos, y se nos acabó el evento, ¿no? Se nos acabó la peregrinación. Ya el miércoles santo termina la cuaresma y el jueves iniciamos, ¿no? El jueves iniciamos con, con este triduo tan hermoso para celebrar el evento que nos salvó. Así que vamos a seguir caminando, a seguir orando, a seguir haciendo sus sacrificios durante esta cuaresma. Todavía no podemos comer dulce, todavía no podemos comer chocolate, o whichever you have given up during Lent. We're still working on it. But at the end of the day, allowing ourselves to be transformed. We were created by the Word, and it is the Word that commands us to rise and to get out of that situation of death. So I hope you're still having a happy Lent. We still have a few more days to go, and don't give up. It is hot, literally here in Southern California. It's very hot, but we're going through this desert together, and that's the beauty of it. No one makes it into heaven by himself. Nadie entra al cielo solo. Así que sigamos caminando juntos. Happy Lent, everybody.